Hey guys, it's been a couple of days or about a week since the last time I had posted, and in previous posts we've said that there's good days and there's bad days. Last week I was doing pretty good. I wasn't really overly doing it, just because we had the turkey trot, the buffalo turkey trot on Thursday, so I wanted to make sure that I was still like in tip-top shape to make sure that that felt good. I knew there was going to be some ramifications afterwards. I knew it was going to hurt afterwards, but I was not willing to give up my race. So I was mentally and physically prepared to do that. And then Friday, you know, because since we had the race on Wednesday, we didn't do our Thanksgiving. So we did our Thanksgiving yesterday. So we have this tradition in our house now since the pandemic. We don't like doing the stereotypical turkey. We actually don't really like turkey. And we'll sometimes just do like turkey on an off day during the spring or something, but we just don't like doing it for the holidays. So we typically write every single protein that we can think of, fancy or not. We fold it up, put it in a hat, and then my mom actually picks one out of a hat blindly. And so this year it was steak. So we got ourselves a tomahawk. It was really awesome. But normally if the meal is pretty like straightforward, I do a really fancy dessert. And so this year I did profiteroles, or cream puffs, so to speak. The first batch was shit. It just did not go right. I like using duck eggs and goose eggs sometimes because they're a lot richer and they're bigger and I don't have to use that many. Well, the proportion was way off. So note to self, don't ever try and use goose or duck eggs for cream puffs. It just doesn't work. Just use the regular eggs. So of course, yesterday I was on my feet all day long, like literally from the time I got up at 8 a.m. till probably 5:30 yesterday evening. And that's when everything kind of hit me. I couldn't move. There's a lot of pain. And sometimes you can actually feel your ovaries, and I could definitely feel that if I pushed on them, because your ovaries are kind of in a weird, not a weird spot, but we always just try and like figure out where they are. So this is my surgical scar from when my appendix burst when I was 13. So from here's obviously where your panties are, and your ovaries are going to be right about, at least for me, they're right about here. So this is where a lot of my pain is. My pain is here, and it wraps all the way around to here. And you can tell that I'm really bloated right now. I'm normally not this bloated. I also try and control what kind of food I eat to kind of help control the amount of bloatedness, but sometimes it just gets that way. So if you have scar tissue, that scar tissue will prevent your organs from kind of moving fluidly throughout your body. And when you have scar tissue, it kind of goes like this, and then it can't move fluidly, and it causes a lot of pain and discomfort. So that's kind of where I am right now. So when I'm bending and moving and jumping and doing all that stuff, it locks up even more, and it causes a lot of pain. And so of course I have family. We had just my mom and her wife over yesterday, and she had asked, you know, are you ready for the surgery? And I was like, I'm really nervous because now I have more to lose. I have a 4-year-old to think about. And even when you start to think about imagining what life would be like without them, you get choked up. And when you have anxiety like I do, when you think about something bad, you automatically think of the worst thing possible, And sometimes certain things just pop up in your head, like, you know, imagining what would happen if they fell off a cliff, or what would happen, like, how would you react if they accidentally walked in front of a vehicle? Like, it's really awful stuff. But like, just imagining what life would be like without Quilla, it gets to me, as with any parent. I mean, that's our little human. That's who we want to always be around, but we can't stand them. And we're trying to get her to understand that I can't pick her up, and that wrecks me, because I want to pick her up. I'm a weightlifter, dude. I love picking up my kid. I love doing, you know, front squats with her. I love putting her on my shoulders and doing, you know, fun squats with her that way. And right now I can't do it. And so we're about a week, just over a week away, and we're starting to figure out like meal prepping. My mom has decided that she's going to keep Quilla the night before and the night of my surgery, which I don't know if I like that option, because I feel like I need to see her before I go. So I'm not sure if I'm really okay with that yet. But yeah, it's getting a little bit more scary. And like last time, you say that you're always in pain, and I am always in pain, and people don't believe me sometimes, and that's the real shitty part. And you start to not enjoy things because you physically can't do them. And so you have this battle with your brain and your body. It's like your brain is like saying, yes, 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 go outside and, you know, run that 10K, or, you know, PR those deadlifts, or, you know, PR those back squats and do the burpees and do all those things. But then you know how much pain you're going to be afterwards, and you just want to fall on the floor and curl up in this little fetal position. And they just tell you that, you know, oh, you'll be fine. Just take some Tylenol, whatever. You're good. But don't offer any alternatives than, you know, the standard opioids. They just say, just keep taking Tylenol. And Tylenol doesn't work all the time. So I go in for my pre-op Thursday, I think at like 9 o'clock. I get my COVID test, blood work done. And so right now I have to be really careful about who I'm around, because I don't want to get sick right before I go. And of course I'm supposed to get my period, because right now I've been getting my period pretty much like every 24 to 26 days, which sucks. So on top of all that, I'm cramping from PMS, and I'm emotional, and I want sugar on every ever-loving thing that I want to put in my mouth. My appetite is completely fucked. If your appetite changes at all during this process, get yourself checked out, because appetite change shouldn't be happening. And that's something that you should always bring up to your doctor. Whether it's you don't want to eat or you're wanting to eat everything. And right now, I just don't want to eat anything. We're big meal preppers in our house. We meal prep every Sunday. We watch what we eat. We measure a lot of things. We don't calorie count, but we measure everything because we know what we physically need for our body types. I know what my calorie intake roughly is based on my lovely Whoop right here, which has been kind of a lifesaver, because it's telling me, it knows when I'm feeling bad, and I have a record of it. So anytime that I'm feeling really shitty and really down in the dumps, my heart rate responds to that. So that's really been helpful on really tracking things. But I haven't been wanting to eat anything. I haven't been wanting to have like my normal foods. You know, we usually do 4 ounces of meat, a cup and a half of greens, or a green vegetable, and then 3 to 4 ounces of a starchy carb or starchy vegetable. And I haven't wanted any of it. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be pasta for all I fucking care, and I could care less about it. I think last week I may have had a salad like a couple times, but other times I just don't want to eat. I can't tell if I've lost any weight. I mean, my hair's been getting curlier, but I mean, other than that, I don't know. So we'll find out. The next video, we're going to be talking about what they're physically going to be doing. Like, we have a lovely diagram of where they're going to go in, and I'll show you all my battle scars and all that other fun stuff. So just stay tuned, like, comment, share. If you know that someone else is going through this pain and they just need some support, share the video, have them reach out, have them watch, give them a hug, and just ask them what you can do to help them. And sometimes they won't know, but the pain is real. It's very real. So until next time, I'll see you guys in a couple days. Bye.